Alright guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. As I said earlier in the week that we would have a little bit of a treat for you guys this weekend whenever it comes to working on stuff. We are working on a square body this weekend, and like I said, it's my buddy Colton's square body. We're going to be 3/4 ton swapping this truck. We got a trailer full of good parts, and we're going to show you guys a square body, kind of go over it, and it's got a lot of sentimental value to him, and he's got a ton of good parts for this thing. I mean, it's all, the body's rusted pretty bad, but he's got, like, the bed floor is perfect. He's got new bed sides. He's got good fenders, good doors, everything. He's got more parts for this thing than I do for anything else I've got. So we're gonna go ahead and we already got it up on the lift and whatnot. So I will go ahead and kind of show you guys around the truck and let Colton tell us what's going down. So here it is. Already got all the wheels and tires off, but you can kind of get a feel for it. We got some good looking axles on the trailer. So Colton, what are we doing with this thing? What's the whole point of this?
So we're gonna 3/4 ton swap this old girl. We're doing a 14 bolt rear end, full floater, and then it's a 10 bolt 8 lug front, big hub, and then we've got a set of 16 by 10 welds that are going to be going on it once we get tires. But we're doing 1 ton springs while we're doing the axle swap. It's like I believe it's a 9-leaf rear, but a 56-inch spring, and then 4-leaf fronts. It should sit pretty level when we get it down back on its own weight.
That is the goal. This thing should be looking a lot better for looks wise. And then what's your plans for after you 3/4 ton swap it? What's up next on the list?
So after I get done 3/4 ton swapping it, or us today, I'm gonna start doing body work. I've got all my body panels basically replaced except the front clip. It needs new doors, new bed sides, tailgate. We've got them all though here. I've got my doors actually at this shop. The other parts are down at the other shop, but I plan on getting them knocked in, and then this truck will go down to Pittsburgh with me, and then we'll be block sanding like Gavin over here for days and days and days. Yeah.
So basically what he's saying is you guys are going to see a lot more of this truck because it's going to be around. Whenever he brings, right now we're up a little bit kind of towards Kansas City, and he's going to be bringing this thing back down to Pittsburgh where we go to college, and it's going to be around the shop over there, and just gonna be working on it a lot more, and it's finally going under the knife. It needed to for quite a while, and he finally got all the parts to do the 14 bolt swap and just the whole deal, and then he got new springs like we said. So it's just finally that time, and we're gonna try and get a lot of this knocked out today. I haven't really recorded anything for you guys, but we have a lot of the stuff disconnected from the rear axle. So next what we're working on is the U-bolts. We're gonna have to cut those things off because they are super rusted on there. So we're going to cut the U-bolts off and maybe some other stuff and drop this axle out of here. And then we're going to be removing the perch for the rear leafs. So we'll show you guys what all we get into, but we're just going to go ahead and get into it and try and get this thing done and not drag it on too long. So put you up on time lapse and get after it.
Alright guys, here we go. So Gavin had to run and get some parts for me because we kind of messed up. So our like shackle kit right here, I didn't realize that the bushing was actually in the shackle, so we got to get a new one of those. So he went down to LMC to get that, and also went down to get some tie rod ends, and then he should be coming back with food because me and Logan are hungry. But while he's been gone, I mean, I think the last video you guys saw was us lifting the truck up off the axle. Well, now we've got the springs, they're hanging, axle's completely out. We had to cut the park brake springs out, and so yeah, we're gonna knock out these last two bolts, and then knock these spring perches off, and me and Logan will get to moving these back, and then by about that time he should be back with the little bushing. So alright, keep you guys updated.
Alright guys, so I had to run to LMC truck, which actually there is one kind of up by them, so I had to run and do that. And got some tie rods and some of these shackles with the bushings already in because we are needing some for the loop springs. And then these have to come off, so we gotta take two rivets out with these and move them over, and they're trying to get this last leaf spring out. But then once we get all that stuff out, we're gonna have to run and get some new hardware to relocate the perch and these. So we'll have to take a break after that, but they've made some good headway. It's just this truck obviously, I mean, it's seen some, it's had some rust and all that, so all this stuff is not wanting to come apart just like normal. So with time we'll get it, but I'll keep updating you guys along the way. So we got an axle, or the rear axle all hung, and I mean it's loosely in there and whatnot, but where'd we leave off, Colton?
I mean, it took us a bit to get these out. I mean, after sitting in there for 30 years, they kind of stay in there. Want to stay in there, but we got the rear springs in, got the rear axle in. That's about it. Other than that, we cleaned up the frame, painted it.
Yeah, it's all
got everything.
It's all wire wheeled and whatnot, but we did go ahead and ditch the shocks. They got the parking brake, the old stuff out, and we've loosened some stuff on the front end. We kind of got a game plan for that. It's going to include torching a few things, but we got, I mean, for the most part, we got the rear all done besides the small stuff today, and the brake lines and things like that. But that's gonna probably wrap up today, and we'll hit it again tomorrow morning. So that'll do it for this one.